Hey guys, hello. How are you today? So first of all, a very warm welcome from my side. So this is Akshay from Tutorial. We're back again with a live today, and this is Saurabh, one of the co-founders of the
Yeah,
Tutorial
hello
Platform.
everybody. Yeah,
Yeah. And last time was our first live, and it was a very nice thing that we did last time. We had a chat. We introduced like whys of tutorial, like why tutorial happened. And this time, we are going to pick up from the a question that we left for you, like how a coach can create a compelling course. And let's just get to the question and hear thoughts of our co-founder. Like, so sort of how can we create a compelling course? Like, what are the factors that one needs to consider for it?
yeah. Thank you, Akshay, for thinking me, live. And I remember very well we ended with a question that how someone being a trainer or a coach or a mentor or a consultant, how they should be able to actually create a very, very compelling online course. When I say compelling, it means that it should sell. And that's the only, success criteria for creating a compelling course, right? So, I think trainers and coaches they already have you know some specialized subject that they are really, really good at. So one is that angle. Now, secondly, if you are not a subject matter expert, and like suppose you are a soft skills trainer or you subject on a couple of varied topics you train people. So the first thing to identify is uh, you know what is the need in the market, right? In your whole niche you can do a analysis to identify you know what topics is currently in demand, right? S- or else, if you already know and that is your niche, you are an expert on that, you can obviously go and start creating a course out of that subject. But analyzing the need is very well required, like suppose for someone into emerging technologies would go with data science or go with cloud or maybe robotics process automations, or maybe someone talk about the blockchain and cryptocurrencies and all. Someone on the or someone who is an executive coach who's talk about leadership coaching, right? Someone on the life coach on the side who's talk about personal challenges people face. So these are the subjects you can pick up, okay, as a coach and a trainer, which might suit the audience. You can also do a survey, in your own network, like what people want to learn about. That's one of the best way to do it. You can do a very small survey and find out what people are interested to learn, and then you can decide on the subject. Okay,
Yeah.
that's called TNI part, which is the training need identification, right? Then comes the learning objectives, right? So you can set a learning objectives in terms of what they would be actually learning at the end of the session, right? Suppose, and then
Yeah.
you create. You can use Bloom's taxonomy, or technically to define those learning objectives. And then what you do is what one coach or trainer can do is they can actually develop a small course, right? Small course, maybe 30 minute or 30-minute session, right?
Yeah.
And when you design this 30-minute session, now there's we need to see that the attention span of learners are decreasing day by day. It's not even 10 minutes now where it was 10 minutes. Okay, so when you are actually designing this 30 minutes course, make sure that you are using the right instructional methods. You have a blended approach, you're not keeping it very monotonous, right? uh, y- you know in 30 minutes also you can break it down into nuggets of maybe 5 minutes each, maybe
Yeah.
8 minutes each, 9 minutes each. You can use multiple file types to engage people. It should not be very, very monotonous. Like today every platform says only the courses are delivered through videos. That is really, really monotonous. It doesn't have high engagement rate, right?
Yeah.
You can use formative assessments, you can use summative assessments. Formative assessments are the assessments that is being used to enhance the recallability of the learners. So you can put these assessments in between the lessons, right? And then summative assessment is of course to test the test the final learning that has happened, that has been absorbed by the learners, right? Then you can, then what you can have some blend it with live classroom for 10 minutes or such, or whatever you do. So you can create the whole 30-minute curriculum, okay, and do a testing with the audience, okay. So for that you need a platform, right?
Yep.
You need uh, a platform like Tutorial can really help, you know, you test it, because in Tutorial, there is a live classroom facility where you can do a webinar, right? Or you can launch this course. You can launch this course, invite people on the webinar, and let them take this course, talk about this course, take feedback from them, okay. Or you can invite people, launch this course for free. The two things that you can do: one is you launch this course for free, let people seek feedback from them, how this course is appearing, and are they liking the course, is there a scope of improvisation. You can do a survey as well later in terms of taking feedback, like what is their feeling about the course, was it interesting, not interesting, you know did they like them. So you can do that thing, right? And then secondly, what you do is there is another way of doing it is key. You do a live session. In live session you can present this course, okay. You present this course, and invite people to sit, invite people to take this course for free, that you're launching a course, and take feedback. There are two ways you can do it, both on Tutorial you can do it. Now, how it helps you is you already have invited people, you already have a database in the Tutorial, because they would be
Yep.
registering, logging in, and coming there, so that you can follow them back. Okay, you can follow them back in terms of that you have improvised later when you work on the entire course after taking feedback. So so you can go back to them based on that. Okay, maybe you have improvised, or people like the course. If people like the course, you can go back to them and ask them, okay, if they like to continue further, okay. And you can actually pitch them that, okay, you are launching a full-fledged course now, and if they want to come and take the course, right? Secondly,
Yep.
if you've got feedback, you can actually improvise on the course, okay. You improvise on the course, you redo it, send it to people for having it, because you send it to people, or you can invite them back, that, okay, I'm done with it. I have incorporated all your suggestions and recommendations, and probably would you like to have a look at it. See, in every scenario, offline or online, if you create a course, you design a course, low design, high design, all the levels, you can always test with a certain set of audience, right? Two people, three people from the same target audience. You can invite them, show it to them, seek suggestions. That's the best way to do it, right? Then, so once you are up, then you can create a full-fledged course. You can create courses at different level depending on what target audience you are capturing, right? You can bigger level, intermediate level, advanced level, and then you can launch your course. So
Yep.
so this process ensures that your course is already being liked, so there is already an audience there, right? If you test the sample with few people, it is already working for you. That's how we should be doing it when it comes to online courses, right? Even in the
Yes.
offline scenario, when you design the program for a company or for a target audience, you can actually bounce it through 2 3 people, right? If they like it, if there is a feedback, because they want to learn about it. If they like so there are different ways people can give you feedback, in terms of engagement, in terms of visuals, in terms of the coverage, what you've covered, what you've not covered, their areas of interest. You can also gauge your interest, gauge the competency level that they're looking at, what kind of audience you have invited to test your course. Like, are they looking at a very beginner level course, or you're looking at an intermediate, advanced level course? So accordingly, it gives you a lot of ideas to chunk your whole curriculum into different parts and launch it, right? So
Yes.
this is about assuring that you're going right with, you know investing so much time and resources in developing a course. So that's how it happens, that's how it should be
Yeah.
done, right? Now,
Yeah.
after that what comes is the platform. It's very important that, are you choosing the right platform, right? Now, when I say right platform, I bet a lot of people, those who still feel there is a challenge in terms of using a platform, right? So is it really really simple to use? Can you upload a course inside a platform? Is it really really simple to use? As I actually shared, one of the philosophy by tutorial was created, the course, and we acknowledge to our customers that tutorial is the most simplified platform they've ever seen. You don't need training to use that platform. So simplicity is very important, otherwise you will not feel like going to the platform. That platform itself will become a burden to you. You need to motivate yourself to, go and sit on the laptop or your device to log in and upload a course and all those things. It has to be, it should be used, it should be used like Netflix. It should be used like, Prime Video. It should not
Yeah.
make you feel like it is complex. It should be, user face should be very very simplified. That's what
Yes, I
tutorial gives
understand
you.
this part because I did try to create a course on few other platforms, and the major challenge that I faced is like it's just difficult to understand like what you need to do next. Okay, and like talking about myself, I'm really good at learning new systems, but this was a real big challenge, like figuring out what I should be doing next, how I'll be creating the curriculum, how I'll be adding files is a task in itself. And
Right.
there's no real guide to it as well. So it shouldn't be the case, I think, like with a platform which is basically supporting learning, like learning the platform to support learning, it's a curve, so
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like that. Yeah, it should be much easier, and that's what I think is the best part about tutorial.
So I can very well resonate with you when I was working with companies like, my past companies, Tata and all. And I felt the learning management system that people were using, even the administrator were not motivated to use the system. And then the company used to do a lot of campaigns, to bring the employees, to the LMS to take the courses. So what happens is, once you invest a lot of money into getting a learning management system in the company, and then you are investing a lot of money to do a campaign and bring people online, but the simplicity wins everywhere, right? If you have an interface which is like Netflix or Prime, you go there, just log in, select a course, take the course. It's very very easy. And it has to be easy for the administrator as well, those who are actually uploading the course, creating a course online. So so we have identified this gap, and we created a platform which is very simple. You select the category, you select the subcategory, you select a section, a lesson, and then you're on. So it actually, see how it was conceptualized is, the way trainer or a coach or L&D companies create a program. Okay, it is conceptualized same way. Okay, they normally use, one page note, what they call. Okay, and here also, when you go, you need to write the subject, you write the short description, long description, learning objectives. You need to write the criteria, and then you are already in, and then you are uploading a video. And let me tell you, the beauty of the tutorial is, it's not only a video streaming platform, or you can always do a video type of courses. So it has multiple file types. You can engage a learner right from a pre-read level. you know you can Then you can actually give them some videos, give, then you can do some live classes separately, and you can ask them to go through the PowerPoint. Then you can connect back, come back. So it is very 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 designed in such a way that engagement rate is already very high, right?
Yeah.
You can even use an image, you can use an infographic to do a session there, right? So imagine how an Excel training will happen. You can have Excel files over there to train people, right? You can show that, you can record an Excel file, in the form of video, normally what we do when you're doing a video course, but here you can upload an Excel file. People can go there, they can actually learn about it, and then you can connect back in the classroom. So this is solving a lot of problem for frontline people where they don't have much time, you know, and they
Yeah.
can actually learn online and connect back 2 hours, 1 hour live, to talk on the context, connecting it back to the workplace, implementation of learning and all those things, and go back again. So it's saving a lot of time. That happens. Secondly, uh, if I talk about language, so Tutor will give you a language request. You want a language, it will be incorporated. So it's a multi-language options. you know we have you can rate an instructor, you can rate a course as well. Students can actually discuss about each course, gives you a discussion forum to be discussed. Okay, I am of course these features would be there in other platforms too, but I'm just telling you that the thought through one-on-one also you can discuss with the instructor, right? And
Yeah.
so this makes things very easy. The feedback itself is a star rating, it's not a form. So it's very very simple, right? So
Yeah.
that's how it is. Right. So
So,
that's about that.
uh,
And
yes.
ultimately, just one more point. It's like you can use multiple quiz also. There are independent assessment module for you to take assessment with the criteria of passing, issuing a certificate and all. And we are also
Yeah.
using inside the course you have recallability quiz, what you call formative assessments as well, that could be used. So the whole course give you a package of how how the science of learning transfer works in terms of engaging learner. So that's the whole package that tutorial gives you. So
I just want to add a little bit to that point. So,
mhm.
in case of tutorial, the quiz that is built into the course, it's actually linked to the certificate of that course. You know,
Okay,
but
that's great.
yeah, but in some other platforms that I've seen, it's not like that. Even if they have a quiz, okay, it's not linked to anything. So there's no actual use of the having a quiz. So
Right, right.
that's something, yeah. So this promotes actually learning more. So that's it's
Yes,
very
see,
nice,
it
yeah.
is very important. What happens is when you learn something, uh, you are just grasping at that moment. Now what happens is it doesn't get retained in your mind. So while conceptualizing this, we have actually specifically used a word called cementation of learning, right?
Okay.
Cementation of learning only happens, you know, when you relook at it, you think about it, you reflect on it, right? So that it creates a space in your, the wiring that you have in your mind. And that the wiring gets thicker if you talk about it more, think about it more, and that's all. So it gets retained in your mind. That's how it works, right? And that's why it is also called as a recallability quiz, apart from formative assessments and all those things. So very rightly pointed, Akshay. You know,
Yeah.
that is there. Thoughtful. So everything's the only differentiation that we will be bringing in, you know, from other platforms would be inculcating the science inside the platform. Otherwise, there
Yeah.
are other platforms, third platforms are available.
Yeah. I'm sure. So it was a great session today. Being this the
One
second
important
session,
thing,
I think, yeah.
yeah.
Just go ahead.
So
Yeah.
one important thing probably we can talk in the next session is, now you know how to create a compelling course and a sellable course. You create a course, you upload a course, the course is ready. Now comes, how do you actually assess your target market
Yeah.
and how do you market it? I have seen a lot of, I have being observing these posts on social media, people are talking about it, how actually these coaches, these trainers are actually getting clients. So so maybe in the next session we can talk about how can you actually get clients for your business if you are in the business of knowledge transfer, right?
Yeah.
Through tutorial or a platform like us, a tech platform like us.
Yeah. And that will be very informative session, I guess, because a lot of people know how to create a course, but the difficulty that they find is like how to market themselves, like how to market the
Yeah.
course, right? So it will be great to hear from you during our next session next week.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's about it for today. It's time that we take you leave today. Thanks for joining, everyone.
Just one last
And
word. So do like,
yeah,
you know do follow our LinkedIn page and our Twitter handle, right? Which is
yeah,
uh, which is of Tutorial Official, right?
yes,
And to get updated with a lot of research that we are doing on EdTech, and to bring you much more uh, nuggets like these, so that you'll be able to do better in in whatever you do, right, in your business,
Yes.
right?
Yes, and the Instagram page that we have is a Twitter underscore official, and we are actually planning to have a lot of content on it. So it will be very interesting to see for all the teachers, trainers, and content creators. So yeah.
Right. All right, thank you
So
so much, Akshay, and
yes,
hope to see you again, and we'll come back again with this session on how can you actually have a 10x growth, how can you actually earn
yep,
money, how can you actually bring more clients using platform like Tutor. Thank you so much.
yep. Thank you, Saurabh.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Akshay. Bye bye.